chair is not a chair when there's no one sitting there. And a house is not a home when the two of us are far apart and one of us has a broken heart. Oh, that was rough today, but happy Valentine's Day, and stay tuned for my review. Hello and welcome to Locks, Coffee, and Combo, where we invite you to pull up, pour yourself a cup of something nice and strong, and let's chat. We are back for another review of Married at First Sight. We are here with season 10, episode 7, New Wife, New Life. Okay, I like that, new life. Our brew of the day is Snickerdoodle, and it is so good. And I want to send a shout out. I said I would do it on my other video to Mr. Cliff Washington, who is my 50th subscriber, and I think he was watching Married at First Sight. So I want you to know I appreciate you. Yay, we're growing. The family is growing over here at Locks, Coffee, and Combo. We are here for another review, and I hope y'all like that choppy real choppy Luther Vandross. Oh, he is my favorite of all times. Nobody could sing a love song like Luther. I'm just embarrassed about how I messed it up. But we here today. I'm here for you, and I'm here with you to talk about it, because everybody ain't got a happy home. Okay, they are back from Panama, and it's time to get down to business. And I'm new to this series, like I said, so I'm really interested in seeing how this goes, because this is what's important. You know, even though the honeymoon went rough for a couple of them, but I mean, come on, who can't be happy in paradise? Zach and Mandy, Mike and Mika, Taylor and Brandon. Okay, so maybe you can't even be happy in paradise. So I'm worried. I'm a little worried about the real world, but we back here in it, and the couples are moving into a neutral apartment. And I didn't know that. I was thinking like they would move in with one another. I think that would be the real test, honey, if I moved into your place or you moved into mine. But okay, they move into a neutral apartment. The apartments look nice, and each couple in the same complex. So I guess that would play into them getting to kind of support one another through this 8-week journey. So they are moving in. Derek said he grateful for the king size bed. He a big guy. And then you add a dog. Y'all need a king size bed. So I'm with you, Derek. I'm with you. Let me see who easy. Austin and Jessica. They still just grown and sexy. They move in, they seem happy about it. They are looking at the closet space, and she tells him he gonna take that smaller closet. Austin, don't try to have an opinion. Don't think you gonna get to run nothing, and you used to it because you a mama's boy. So she politely puts his suitcase back in that little closet. So they were cool. I'm so glad Mike and Mika. Hey, Mike and Mika move in together. We happy. We so happy. Ooh, we happy that they moved into the apartment together. They got all the pillows, which seems like Mika's style. And Mike was like, this is boo. He put the pillow on the floor. She's like, what is she doing? That's a no-no. That's a no-no. So they pick it up, but they seem at that moment to be in a really good space, and so that was good to see them. Then we get to the heart of the matter. Zach says that he thinks it's not healthy. Zach, for him and Mindy to move in together at this time. So Mindy puts on a brave face, and she moves into the apartment by herself. Production was so tacky when they panned the bathroom with her one little toothbrush. soap and stuff. I was like, come on here, y'all. They got to do all that. But so she moves in. Zach goes home to be with his dogs. Zach. I want to leave the door open for Zach, and I'll tell y'all why in just a few minutes. But I just want to leave the door open for him. But that's where we are. Taylor is in the same shape. Now I'm mad because I really wanted some more detail on Brandon's meltdown. I wanted one of them dudes, production, Derek, Austin. Somebody needed to check him. Mike. Okay, he needed to be handled, and we needed to see that. Okay. But so be it. We get to the apartment, and she don't know where he at. Literally, she don't know where he at. Okay, so Taylor is moving into the apartment by herself. Now, for me, he wouldn't have been able to come. And I don't know necessarily that I wouldn't go back to my own place and tell Married at First Sight. Let me tell y'all what happened. This is what had happened. He cussed me, I'm done. He acted the fool, I'm done. He wigged the freak out, I'm done. If y'all want me to stay in this apartment for 7 weeks, it's cute. Okay, I can do that. That's what y'all want me to do, but he can't come over here. That's it, I'm done. But we shall see. So they all move in, then they wake up the next day, and the next day is day 10, I think, of the marriage, where they have to move, go get their things from their place to make the neutral apartment more like home. I thought those went relatively well. Let's see, I got my notes, but my notes is kind of scattered here. We see Derek and Katie, and Katie goes to get Jack, and he seems happy about it. He said he is glad to be inheriting a dog. Derek is a mess. Derek is young though, and I think he's cute and he's gonna be just fine. He's inheriting a dog in the marriage, and so they pick it up, and he noticed that she has a lot of pictures of her family on the wall and everything, and seeing somebody's home kind of gives you a glimpse into who they are, so that, like the experts say, that is a really good exercise for them to go over there and help each other pack. So I agree with that. He says saw that she was really into family, and she had a nice place, and so he was cool with that. We go to Derek's place, and Derek got a room. And Katie had the nerve to say, because he has a roommate, and somebody put in somebody's comments that's pretty normal for that area, because housing is expensive. And so, if you're young and single, why not share a space with somebody else? And I agree. If I wasn't married, honey, I could have a roommate, because I get in my room, you get in your room, we all straight. Okay, you mind your business, I mind my business, we good. We is all good. So she said his room, though. I was like, the shade. And they go in his room, and she likes some of his decor, so she's happy with it. She asked if we can bring this and we can bring this. Fool around and open up that drawer. It's like, oh, okay, Derek. Now what is he into? Cybersecurity? Oh, he had a drawer full of money and a gun. I said, wait a minute now. Out of all the people on here, you the cartel? You the cartel. Okay. But he explains to her that the gun is not real. It's kind of like a prop. If somebody coming in on him, though, he ready, He didn't explain about the money. And sometimes people just like to have cash on hand, I guess. I don't know. But that's where we are with them. So they pick that up, and they, get moved in. Let's see, we have Mike and Mika. And Mika's place is nice. It's Mika, and he goes in and he's looking in the cabinets and all that stuff. And she like, can I help you? Can I give you a tour? And I'm like, I would be the same way. If I married you at first sight, I need to be trying to gather as much intel as I can. So I've been just like Mike. I'd have been in cabinets, drawers. Now, some probably would have jumped out on me, and then probably would have been the end of our married at first sight experience. But I'm like, hey, yes, I'm looking through drawers. I'm looking through cabinets. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with you. Okay, so he did. He claimed he was looking for some water. She was like, well, the water right here. Mika mess, y'all. So he get the water, he like, okay, you know. But all in all, I think they moving out okay. At his place, she is looking at him like, really? Where your comfort at? He pointing to the bottom of the bed. This little white blanket is folded up. Somebody said on that video it was a quilt. And I love a quilt. Oh, your grandma gave y'all a quilt. Y'all know that? Ain't nothing better than a quilt. He a guy. He live there by himself. He ain't tripping. Okay, he not tripping. That's what he wanted. Little. That's what makes him comfortable. Now, up under that bed was a whole episode, wasn't it, Mike? I can't say nothing. I'm junky. I got stuff everywhere too, Mike. Don't feel bad. But he had a whole bunch of stuff up under that bed. But they moved went well. Jessica and Austin. Austin only got a comforter. He ain't got no sheets. And I'm a layers girl. Like, on my bed, I got the sheet, the blanket, and the comforter, and the quilt at the foot of the bed. I stay cold, y'all. Got low blood. So I got a whole, and I need that whole process to really rest well. He ain't got nothing but a... She asked him how often he washed it. And I wanted to know the same thing. Like, Austin, but if you're single and that's what makes you comfortable, who am I to judge? He's a minimalist, which is good, because Jessica got a whole lot of crap. Now, I'm Jessica. I have no problem. At her place, they was picking up. He was like, I don't think we're going to need all this. You know, this is 6-week experiment. But I would be the same way. I go away for a 2-day trip and I got a suitcase, an overnight bag, a makeup bag. I got it all. You know, I ain't gonna wear no makeup, but I got it too. You know, I got everything. So I understand you. That's a girl thing, Austin. It's a girl thing. I got a whole bunch of mess. My husband be like, you plan to come back? I just don't know what I'm gonna need. And that's what she said. So I thought their move was cute. Let me see. We didn't see Mindy's move, but let's just go over to Zach's place. Zach gets up the next day with his dogs and he's cooking his eggs, and he just says that he feels like it wouldn't be healthy for them to move in together. Now, I'm trying to leave the door open for Zach and Mindy, and here's why. Because I want Mindy to have a happy experience. I feel like she deserves a happy experience. I feel like she's been through a lot, and for her to go through this, that won't be healthy. For this to end in utter chaos. I'm gonna need Zach to do something. I said last week, I don't know what. Well, I did. I said last week, he needs to be a gentleman and stop being selfish. And I think that's his problem. He's selfish, and he don't want to be uncomfortable or anything else that's going to make Zach unhappy. And so he over there with his dogs, telling his dogs that he following his gut. Zach, what we gonna do with you and your hair? So then we have Taylor meets with Pastor Cal. They want Pastor Cal out. Now, I know these other experts are probably going to get involved later on, but let me tell y'all something. Y'all was wearing that man out. I mean, if he had hair, it would be gone. He kept taking his glasses off. He put them back on. He like... What did we do? We messed up. He probably called Dr. Pepper and the other lady and said, "Look, I think we screwed up. We ain't get nothing right. Y'all want to just scrap." Somebody said, I think it was Darlene TV, just scrap the whole season. Y'all was weighing him out. So he talks to Taylor, and Taylor just gives him the tea on what happened. You know, he done cussed everybody out, Dr. Cal. He done cussed everybody out. I mean, Pastor Cal. Everybody got that lip. that mouth. And he apologized. He said that's not the Brandon that they picked for her. And, you know, she said she don't know if she want to go forward with this because, hey, ain't nobody going to be taking this. And Taylor, no, you don't have to take this. Girl, let me give, don't know about y'all, don't listen. This is just for Taylor. Girl, just look in your DMs. Mr. Right is there waiting on you. Girl, you wasting time on him. Just stroll real slow. Real slow. Because, girl, Brandon. Anyway, no. Okay. So she talking to him, and then he shows up. Brandon. He come through the door with these flowers. Like he just was across the street at Billy and them house watching football. She said she hadn't heard from him since they touched down. Whole day, you come in here like you ain't done jack. Okay? I'm going to need y'all to just touch and agree with me. Let's touch the screen. That something's wrong with him. So he then, Pastor Cal, you know, goes to, like, let me talk to him. Let's see what's up. He tells him that he had a meltdown. Okay, well, now here we go. Somebody in my comments, and I love y'all so much, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. Said that, you know, they understood his anxiety when he had to break down about the cameras in his face. And I can understand it. We all are different. And we don't all react the same way. And I get that. I really do understand that. But it just feels to me like Brandon signed up for something he didn't want to do. And it's just like when you sign up and your parents pay that money for football camp or cheerleading camp or whatever, and you crying to come home on the second day. And they're like, no, you gonna stick this out. Cause we done paid this $500. Okay, there go a big truck. Out. He didn't hit me though. You gonna stick this out. So no, you're gonna be there. And I feel like that's kind of what Brandon is having. He's spoiled. I said this last week. He's having a temper tantrum. He's over it. He don't want to do it. But he's strolling here like ain't nothing wrong, you know, with the flowers. And somebody said that he was like, when you beat your wife and then you come back like ain't nothing happened. I don't know. I feel like he is giving us Bender. He need a pill or he took too many pills. I don't know, but he is irritating me. I think it's his tone and his posture, and it kind of all gives me a sense of dismissiveness. Like he crosses his legs and he's really slow and intentional with his words, and it's just giving me Creepville. And I'm going to just be done with that. But Pastor Cal talked to him. Then he talks to Taylor. Then he makes Brandon kind of rededicate to the process. And he says he's going to be a better Brandon. He says that he felt like Taylor was not Team Brandon. So now Pastor Cal has explained to him, no, it's not Team Brandon. It's Team Us. Brandon, you don't want to do this, and you should just tell these people. I know it's probably a check involved, and you don't want to miss your check, but you, no, girl, that cussing would have been all I needed, Taylor, to get him the deuces. That's it. Now we ain't gonna start this way. But anyway, they said they're going to try to give it a try. So she goes over to his place to help him pack up to move in their apartment. He says that he's got to get, and see, it's all this hot and cold. I don't want to use a clinical term like bipolar, but you hot, you cold, you sweet, you mean, you know, he all nice and post-coital when they get to the apartment, and he want to talk about the memories on Panama, which all of them wasn't good. Y'all had a couple of bad days back there. Okay, and then he wants to get his air purifier. So girl, that may be what he needs to stay right. Make sure y'all take that. Maybe some medicine or something in the purifier. I don't know, Taylor, but make sure you pack that, you know. I just don't know. But moving on, Pastor Cal meets with Derek and Katie, and here we go. Now we got trouble in paradise. He asked each couple, what their expectations are. Those tough questions like, have you talked about children? Have you talked about money? And it was going pretty well. But then the ex came up. Now, I thought we had buried him. Y'all, didn't y'all thought we had a funeral for Katie's ex? Girl, I remember wearing a black hat. No. The veil over my face. I could have sworn we had a funeral for it. But he came back up. He resurrected himself. Now Derek giving us the Scooby-Doo look like. Pastor Cal asked a tough question like, are you still emotionally connected to this guy? She says that she has no contact with him, but she not quite over him either. And you know what? In Katie's, not necessarily defense, but I do understand Katie, what she meant by sometimes, this thing came up, but this thing wasn't quite over. And that's a dude. He's running game on you, Katie. Now all of a sudden, I got another opportunity. You love me. And now I got to process and deal with that. But I got this new great guy. And so I'm trying to make this. And I feel like she's leaning into the process. I definitely feel like Derek is leaning into the process. And so now I got this to deal with. But I still got that in my mind that what I've been waiting on, he gave it to me. So I get it. But we're going to have to bury him. We all done been to the wake. Now we finna have a funeral. Okay? Derek said now he feel like he in competition with somebody else. But I think it's an opportunity for Derek. I think Derek can step up and be like, hey, you know what? I am the choice. Trust me, I'm the one. Now, he did say something that's probably gave Katie the kind of, he said he feel like maybe about 6-8 months down the road, he could fall in love. We in this process for 6 more weeks. And I get that too, Derek, because I don't fall in love like that. Like, I'm not, but what I do think, and this is what the Zach and Mindy issue is, we can get into real good like. You know if you like somebody pretty much after 72 hours. You know what I'm saying? And so we can just get to a place at the end of 6 weeks where we are really building and we don't want to let it go. And so that's my hope for them, that even if he can't say he's in love, he sure won't be wanting to let it go. Okay? So Pastor Cal meets with Mika and Mike. They is wearing him out. He brings up the money thing, and I don't think that conversation is important to everybody the same way. But for Mika, I felt like it would be important. Mika got expectations. So they talk about the salary. He will be making more than her when he takes his new position. And she says she good with that. She said she been the breadwinner for a long time. And I remember back on the first episode where she been helping mama with them kids. She want to be taken care of. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's nothing wrong with a woman wanting a man to be in that position to where he can kind of carry the weight. It's not necessary, especially in the day and age we live, but it's okay to feel that way. When he says he's gonna be making more money as a principal, but that he's passionate about his work, and that's good. But Pastor Cal told him, so passion ain't nothing if it ain't no. My pastor always says, romance without finance is a nuisance. That's true. So he just wanted Mike to know, Mike, you gotta have that money. So they talk about that to talk about kids, and Mike said he would like to have 2 and adopt one. And I thought that was good, and it definitely plays into his story. He was adopted by his aunt, so I definitely can get the reason why he would want to adopt a child. Mika seemed open to that, so that was good. Then we somehow got back to intimacy. I know I went to that funeral. Didn't y'all go to that funeral where we buried that he said I had to have sex on the honeymoon? I know we was at that funeral, y'all. It was a graveside service. Y'all remember that? We was all dressed up. We had on our cute clothes, and we buried that. Well, no, we didn't. It's the resurrected. And I have 2 thoughts about that. Part of me wants Mike to just give it to Mika. So yeah, I said it or whatever. Even if he didn't, but that's dangerous. Because if you give it to them, the idea that, oh, here another big truck come. He ain't hit me though. If you give it to them, and then that sets up a real bad precedence in our marriage. That sets up a sort of a, like, now anytime she want me to admit or she want to have her way, I just got to give it, so I understand. He said that anyway. He said it was an expectation, but he didn't just demand it. Then Mike has a breakdown. He starts crying, and I was like, oh no. He gets all emotional, and Mika is like, she's so stoic. She's just like, what you crying for? Pastor Cal said, let's talk about this. What's going on? And he said he didn't want to fail in his marriage. And Mika like, okay. Then she came through. She came through with little black girl magic. She was like, we're not failing. We got issues, but we're not failing. I don't think we're failing. I was like, thank you. Then she gave him a hug. I was like, please, Mika, please, 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 Mika, please. So she did. I thought that was nice. I feel like Mike is an emotional person, and I think that kind of ties into how he was acting on camera as opposed to off camera. That was another issue for Mika. But I think he's emotional. And some people, when you're emotional, you don't, especially as a man, you don't want that to be your calling card, so to speak. You don't want people, because people have, they call you weak or whatever. If a man is emotional, it's a problem. It shouldn't be, because he's human. And he's been through a lot, and it's a part of his story. But I feel like he probably puts on airs because he doesn't want to let that out and have those moments. But I think it's okay, Mike. If you need to cry, cry. Makes you no less a man. Real men cry, wipe them tears, and go out there and make it happen. You know what I mean? Get that release and go out there and make it happen. Make that marriage amazing. I think Mike and Mika can be okay. And I think they can have a decent relationship if they get on the same page. I think that's going to be real important for them. Because Mika has some expectations, and Mike, you going to, whoo. Mike and Mika. But I think they'd be okay. I think that mean with Pastor Cal went okay. I think Mike got some things off of his chest, and Mika seemed to be, she said she was glad that he was able to be vulnerable in front of her, and that is a part of marriage. You got to be able to hold his hand. If he out there working and the world is beating him up, you need to be his soft place to land. So good job there. Jessica and Austin, I think that went well. That was, whew. Pastor Cal was kind of able to laugh in their meeting and kind of able, I said, whoo, thank y'all. Whoo, because Pastor Cal was catching it. So I was happy. My grown and sexy, they kept it grown and sexy. Yes, they did. They talked about money. I think the biggest takeaway from their conversation with Pastor Cal is that Jessica makes more money than Austin. Austin is an engineer, and Austin does have the ability to make more money in the future, and they're okay with that. They want kids, but they want to get that straightened out. I don't think it's a problem when a woman makes more money. I've made more money than my husband at times. I don't think it's an issue. We live in a day and age where women have fought for the right to make equal pay, which means that you're going to run into some times when you making more pay. Sometimes the wife is more educated. She's in a career. I think Jessica's a nurse, and nurses can make money out the tail because they can work as much as they want. So it's okay. And really, I think with Jessica and Austin, it's not going to be an issue because Austin is just going to let Jessica be in charge. All the money going to go in one pot, and she going to give him an allowance. Y'all know he ain't going to get nothing but beer money and gas money. And he gonna be okay with that. He gonna be okay with that. She gonna run things, so ain't gonna be no problem. Then Pastor Cal got to meet with Zach and Mindy. Zach. I just don't know what to tell him. Zach says chemistry. Zach say he didn't want to move in because there's no chemistry, which is literally the same thing as attraction almost. And I get that. But the apartment got 2 bedrooms, Zach. You could have moved in one place, brought your dog, and she moved in the other room. You're going to have to step up. It's like Pastor Cal said, you're going to have to man up. You signed up for this. You chose this as a man. in a truck. You signed up. He's letting his dog out. Okay. You signed up for this. And so I need you to stick to it. And I think that's all Zach needs to do. I want Mindy to have the experience. And I don't feel like Zach is giving her the experience. It don't have to work out at the end of the 6 weeks. We can go outside, but at least give it a try. Her friend was reading him for filth, and I was here for it. She was like, "You a great person," and he trash. And you need a girlfriend like that to just tell you he trash. He trash. But you don't have to be trash, Zach. You could just try. Just show up. And I feel like if he gave it an honest try, he would find things about Mindy that he really likes and that they could move forward. And if it don't work out at the end of the 7 weeks or 6 weeks or whatever's left, that's cool. But just give it a try. Just show up. You know, instead of talking about you don't think it's healthy and you looking for chemistry and attraction and you like physics and all that. No, Zach, just get in there and get to know this lady. And you might be surprised at exactly how amazing she might be. And that's what Pastor Cal told him. You know, it ain't about attraction. Just because somebody ain't attracted to you don't mean you're not attractive. And that's true. And I was glad he gave Mindy a hug and told her, I was like, Pastor Cal, you trying to bridge the gap? But that's true. Just because he don't think you attractive don't mean you're not attractive, Mindy. You're a beautiful girl. And, you know, I appreciate her desire to stick it out. You know, because she could have chunked the deuces like I told Taylor, but she committed to the process, and so she's going to stick it out. I just need Zach to do some work. But you guys, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Pull up and pour yourself a cup of something nice and strong, and I'm going to see you guys real soon.